Hey guys, welcome back to Run Stretch Succeed here, and I'm going to take you on one of my last runs before my taper. So I've got one more week after this and then we are into taper time. I've actually trained for this race, so this week I'm doing 100 miles. So let's talk about training at the moment. So what's happened over the last couple of weeks? I've literally just tried to get as many miles in as possible, I guess. And also I've tried to, what else have I done? I tried to just make sure I'm not going to get injured, listen to my body, all that good stuff that I always talk about. Listening to your body is the main thing, but I've not felt sore. So I've just carried on, done as many miles, trying to get to 100 each week. What most weeks, that hasn't happened because life gets in the way. But I feel like it's a good goal. I don't get angry when I don't reach that goal, because getting angry is just going to upset me and stop my training, make me feel a bit bad about myself. I kind of just think, oh my God, you did such... I try to look at the positives, to be honest. Just gone 4 miles into the run, so that's it really. And over the last couple of weeks, even when I've had a bad run, let's say, I've still felt like I've improved, and even that I've had days like that, it's just proved that I'm a lot stronger than last time I did Leeds to Liverpool. So that has made me feel confident in that training. I've done really well at training, and at the end of the day, it's the overall training what counts, not just one session. It's like on race day, if I DNF, what's not going to happen, at the end of the day, the race is literally like 1-2 days of the last 5 months of training. The race itself is such a small part of the event. Like, even if I DNF, why stress about it? I've done so well with training, done so much better than I thought. Even if I DNF on the day, I'm going to feel proud of sticking to a training plan as much as was possible, and growing, having new experiences, and just pushing my body in that way. Aspects of training what I've kind of flipped off a bit, so more flexibility training. It's just really hard to have enough time to fit a good flexibility session in when you're running so much, because I have been stretching, but I've had like half an hour, and that isn't my usual like routine. Usually it takes like an hour and a half, and because I've not had much energy for it, I just feel like I've put it to the side, I guess. So I really want to have a good session of flexibility training, what I should really enjoy. I might not go too tough on myself just as we are going up to the race, but I really want to see if I've digressed. What I feel like I might not have, because it's only the last month, I'm going to say, that it's really not been part of my fitness routine. Also, I'm just going to have a relaxing time, as many baths as possible. I'm really going to try to get my kit ready like 2 weeks before, like, and get what nutrition. I'm going to be really organised for this race, like as much as possible. Also, as well as like organising my kit, making sure it's ready. I'm going to pack my food or as much as stuff what I can do before. I really want to have like an aid station plan so I can get straight in there and out there. I'm not going to try to rely on aid stations like usual. I will take food and water obviously, but I'm going to try to have little packs so I can grab and go and have that for every aid station. Speaking about Leeds to Liverpool Canal race, this is one thing that I hated last time. They have these markers, so can you see it says 91 and a half, I think 91 and a half or something to Leeds, what is in the direction of Leeds. So you have to look on the side of Leeds rather than if you're walking to Leeds you'd see it on the way like you would nowadays. Maybe this is an old-fashioned thing, I've never thought about that. And you get to a point where you're waiting for these markers and you're like, for fuck's sake, how many miles have I got to go? And literally like you start going crazy, you start doing maths in your head and you're like 2 makes 4, 4 makes 8, and you're totally wrong. And then you get up to one of these white markers and someone ripped the marker off and you're like, for God's sake. And then you get to a marker and it's like 5 miles gone and you only think you've done 3 miles and you're like, yeah, okay, fair enough. But that's one thing what drove me absolutely insane. So I just really want to have like a plan for getting into checkpoints. I just want to be as planned as possible, like even the week before, so I don't have to stress, I don't have to get my kit, I don't have to be looking for something. So yeah, and I'm still not receiving my race numbers, and I'm assuming I will get them next week because they do send them out quite a bit before, because obviously you can look at the map and stuff. I'm going to try to draw on the map as much as possible to give me advice and ideas. If you want a video of seeing all this, I will do one actually. Would you like to see that? Because like I feel like that's the side of it people don't say, and I feel like it's quite interesting to see what happens before the event itself, what is not necessarily training, it's just trying to get into that headspace, I guess. So yeah, I might do a video on that. Would you like to see that? I'm going to carry on with my run and I'll get back to you. This run's been very pleasant actually. I'm really enjoying it. Saying last night I did put a status on Facebook saying can someone chase me, because I can't be over running anymore, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm thinking about making it a bit longer. I've become one of them weirdos of running where you're just like, let's do some more, when everyone's like, can we quit? Have I actually broke into this point? Because if I have, I might appreciate it, because sometimes when you're training you just don't want to go for that run. Saying all that and being like, oh my god, training's going amazing. I fell over, cut my leg open, it looks quite deep. Luckily I can still run, so that's a good sign, but I'm going to have to clean it and see if I have to go to the hospital. So I can't remember what I was going to say in this video because I fell over. On race day I'm hoping to do better than last year, because technically I feel stronger, so that makes sense that I would do that. But it is an ultra, and we all know how ultras turn out. They're just like, can just be random. You could be like the best trained ever and still it's challenging. And I think that's the beauty about ultras, you can do the same race twice and it'd be so different because of the terrain, the weather, the environment, and just what's happening out in the world at that time. But that's kind of what's beautiful, because you can kind of do the same race twice, I guess. So I don't know, I'm going to try to do the first 50 in 10 hours, so that I've got a leading, I feel like that's a good time for me. But I'm not going to push it if it's really hot and stuff. I just feel like that'd be a good time for me for that amount of distance. And then the second, I'm just going to try to get to 80, and in my head that's where it all starts, because I want to get to 80 and be like, yeah, I could feel better. But we have to finish this, and in my head that's where the race starts. It's not where I want to get to, it's where I want to start thinking and be more technical. So my aim is to get to that point as good as possible, and that's really my plan. So yeah, that's my plan. 8 and then I've got just over 2 marathons to go. So in my head that's totally possible. So 2 marathons, yep, I could totally do that. So yeah, that's just the plan. That's how I'm thinking about it, and hopefully that's how I will think about it at the time. But who knows in this big game of ultra running, I guess. So I guess that's the end of the video. The video is a bit late. It's 5 days before I do Leeds to Liverpool, so please wish me good luck in the comments. It was a bit of a rushed video because it's really hard to edit a video and run 100 miles a week and also work and also have a social life, because everything's kind of been put on hold. So please wish me good luck in the comments and give us a like and subscribe. It would be lovely to get closer to that 1,000-mile point. And thanks for coming on my journey, and I'll see you next time for actually run Leeds to Liverpool.